Hello there, mateys. This is Discovery Scouts and Pirates of the Caribbean film series. Simon Angels here. This is my best friend, but this is my best friend's Corn Cornfields, and then it looks like the man name Corn Cornfields, Corn of the Cob. Um, Today's the day is Thursday, April 20th, 2020, and I said about decided to see one of the guys about as it would be blown up with the trash and I'll just make it finish and shit. I never noticed I just recognize what I've done. However, we've just seen this before. I never knew this about all I have to do is to make it best. Oh, we're just thinking about we're just gonna vlog and announcement speech reviews about my last days. It is vlogs, announcement, speech reviews about next year for about even though it's about June 2024, and this is my news about vlogs, announcement, speech reviews. So I just thinking about all that time for about the reunions of oh shit, dude, that's just fucking trash, and you guys never know. I just noticed about like the timelines for about the use for the minutes ago. What were you just saying? Oh, do you mean that like a tire zones about the possibilities? Yeah. Do I just been noticed about like sooner as later for about like possibilities about like sooner as much as I can. Um Maybe I could for about some interesting. So do I know, right? Do you like WWE fan t-shirts? And we should do have Becky Lynch, Kofi Kingston, Charlotte Flair, Randy Orton, and Sasha Banks, Barry Corbin, The Miz, Nikki Cross, Rey Mysterio's, Xavier Woods, Big E, Alexa Bliss, The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens, Braun Strowman, AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, Akara Anderson, Seth Rollins, Bayley, Daniel Bryan, Kairi Sane, and Shinsuke Nakamura, Ricochet, Asuka, and Roman Reigns. And the most it looks like in the man, Becky Lynch. WWE. And that's incredible. So like others are about like the timelines about the soonest of possibilities for about all I had to make it do is about making Oreo cookies on it and about my best. I believe I just like Oreo cookies for about less than a time for about less than the next year for about for the Ash Wednesdays doing the Lent 2024 and like 40 days and 40 nights. Just as long as soon as it's breakable, all I have to do to care is about the possibilities. Um, all I have to need to do is about the right thing for about. That's our last chance for about for the last few minutes ago. So all I have to need the most about make way for about the sanitizers, about wash hands, and as long as we work. Oh, dude, let me just think about like a few weeks ago, but like some of it, yeah. Since I noticed about for the last few months ago, all I had to make cares about making friendships and loves. Um, I don't know. We're just gonna have to make it a breakup as soon as possible. If I know this and make a good attitude for about making minutes. Dude, I just like cookies all the time for about all I had to need did. So do I just love that those Oreo cookies in it about sometimes and listen about figure out and like sure what I just said. Just not too much in it for about all the time. Dude, I just noodled about 32 cookies. This is for I'm the rich guy. Dude, I'm the rich man. And I just do that. Dude, I just knew enough about showdowns, about make an Oreo cookies meal. Like as soon as possible, like left the same to go upstairs for about making hangouts here for about in this bedrooms. Yeah. I believe I put it back in there all the time, but as soon as it's break times, about 15-minute breaks for after the 2 hours working. No, Bella's doing that former apple teriyaki, and she quite literally and all the time we could. Thanks dude a lot for things all I have to need the most. And that's what exactly could. All I think is to make us care. I just think about for the last appears to like 24 years ago, like since 1999. I just recognized I was 4 years old. I was a little kid for about 24 years ago, like I was 4. I certainly can do. It's one of the being best things ever. So I just got vlogging in for filming this out for the later on. So sooner I just keep that for about quarters for me for about I just like it about I just taking it for about 3 months to take a quarters for me for about all I cases is mine. Do things about for the vlogging sort of about juggies do for my bestest ever? Um is you'll be fine about all these concerns about for last appears to the Washington State Fair from 2014 and through there's about the last days of the spring fair as the last appears about 2020 2015 8 years. Do I just notice about all the plan A's about for the year? So the listens for plan A for about all I have to make cares about for the last 10 years ago. All that time we wish it about all need the best knows. Do I just new to the designations where we're talking about all this gentlemen's here for like a time as soon as possible, like making officials for about both Monday wrestlings for about Monday Nitros and Raw. There was same time for about I was fortunately I do exactly could for about this much as soon as possible. So all I have to need to care is for about for the last few minutes ago. Make a timeline so about for take a those breaks at about a few things in a minutes ago. So in that case, I was gonna have to ask you a question about the evolution of next year will be 2024. I just did that for about 2016 for evolution to see 8 years of a Majugga Nuggets do about the farm series and mostly do have Juggernaut's Movie Madness and the Juggies Powwow and Q&A and the Survival Series and the Smash of the Skirt like Survivor Series and the WWE and the pay-per-views. All I have been thinking most about like a entire minutes ago, like a whole misbelief about and misdesirable about unfortunately all I tend to make a cares about for the last few things to do about the field exactly could. So I have noticed I have to see that about the Regal Cinemas and about take over against AMC theaters. It's much like thinking about like a entire opportunity since I wish to do that about the YouTube studios. All I have to do is make one for the time for each, or make it do that about face to face against jobs, or you or make it do about Bubble Party and this games and Universal Studios. No, not Universal Studios and YouTube Studios and that. I just wanted to remember that the YouTube Studios and jobs or game parties jackpots to all I have to make one at a time. So so I do make cares for about the some interesting things for about less we could for about the last few minutes ago. So make it coexistent for about for the last 10 years ago. Um, we able to about this once as far as it concerns. So we did have about usually for about for the list 2 years ago from 2021. Listed about 4 years about 2019. Listed about 6 years in 2017. Listed for about 8 years in 2015. Listed from 10 years about 2013. Listed we follow from about 12 years from 2011. Um all I have to make a do is about listed from 14 years from 2009. It is a final that could be about listed about the 16 years from 2006 2007. Listed about 16 years. I usually that says we just believe it could for about the understanding or an entire each other's. Like Juggy Stews is one of the few bestest ever, so make most of it. As far as I am concerned, do I have to make a wish why I can about is could be acceptable. What I meant to care for about less than years. So all I had to make it do is make way to about 8 year Juggernaut's video evolution for the next year. That'll be about YouTube studios and using to make money and about the farm series for jobs and listed about for the job deadline. And that's what me cares. Oh, do you mean that listed for about like a entire week ago? Like Tom's looks like about Psycho Cousins were listed for about usually after Uncle Larry's laying under the bed with the neck brace. And he's still taking the medicine for about after the truck accident for the packed pools and about he almost destroyed the pool and the flood over about for the driveway and for the grass in the front yards. Oh, we're just making out for about listed for about Psycho Uncle and Pack's pool for about the list of weeks. I definitely could for about all that time. A list that we could for about understandings. I don't know. Sometimes it's just do that about text messages for about as long as soon as possible. Like any breaks time as long as soon as a break over. All I have to need to do the most. Be most of it. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just did for the right time for about let's say we work for about all that case we do that about for the last few minutes ago. We wanted to take a look at it to see about old people just like this about for the later years. So listed for about Nuggets did for about 10 years, but will be about later years. That'll be next year, 2024. Later years will be 2025. And that's all I have to need to do a case. So alright guys, so we're just done with the videos right now. We're just doing that about the shows of probably might be in about yet in this one will be actually sure I just do have about some video action for about watching the Impact Wrestling for about NJPW, New Japan Pro Wrestling's Hard to Kill or pay-per-views that we can pay for about a few months ago every month. So make sure, don't forget, hit the button to subscribe some more contents, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, glorifying cameras, TikToks, and Google chats and emails, and like Twitter, Instagram, the links in the descriptions. Subscribe on the baddest stream on the planet, Ronda Rousey, and the Ray Shadow Legend as a game bonus, as the battle bingos. All I need to do is make money as long as you can. So subscribe to more content today, and make sure you do have it to continue on the hunt to the core of a while as DD33, all the dude that has about expensive worlds of Jack Shakespeare. Don't forget to about new clues about for the next month on this May. So later months will be on the new reserves. That's the later on. Alright guys, feel free to death. Don't forget, we'll keep it rich and matey. So say goodbye to Corn Cornfields, Corn of the Cob. we are doing is make it best friends. Toodles!